We remind you to stay in your seats at the conclusion of the game. We will present the players of the game from each team with special gifts.
Edge. And on defense, number 4, Rylan Jockums. Playing at center, number 13, Matthew Hodgson. Playing on left wing, number 17, Braden Yeager. Playing on right wing, number 27, Riley Hyde. And for the Calgary North Star, in goal, number 1, David Guerrero. Playing on defense, number 4, Cole Bueller. Also on defense, number 8, Aiden Moore. And playing at center, number 10, Clark Hughley. Playing on left wing, number 14, Gianluca Cortez. And playing on right wing, number 24, Joshua Buffal. The referees tonight is Derek Banstra and linesmen Warren Bragg and Luke Matwichuk.
Well, welcome to day 3, moving day of the Max Midget Hockey Tournament, and we're in for a good one today as we see the Calgary North Stars, the 1-0 Calgary North Stars, led by Blair Korching. He'll take on the Saskatchewan Contacts, the 0-1 Saskatchewan Contacts, led by Mark Chartier. The puck's been dropped and we're underway here. Right off the drop, this is Height working it way into the corner, but that one goes off the leg and end up in the contact zone. Trolling along the far boards, missed the pass, and will end up this is Joshua will have it. Buffal, Moore, chips it around his man. Gets past Hoffridge into the zone. Jenkins rims it around the boards for him. Looking for the breakout, they do, and now it's 2-on-2 back the other way from Saskatchewan. Led by Height. Here's Height. Here's a man in center, and that one's just put out wide. Pass might have been a touch behind him. So the North Stars will work to get it out. Good pressure right off the hop by Saskatchewan. This is a coin. Missed his pass, and Yeager will dump it back in for Height. The coin. Looking to make a move, and he'll come through center ice. In the attacking zone now, he meets Jenkins, and Jenkins will take that puck from him. Looking to make a move, tried to flip it to Yeager, can't keep it in on the line, and there'll be a foot race for it. Ended up being won by the North Stars, and the coin will control for them. Coin looking for his man, he has Nguyen alongside, long pass. Hit Nguyen in the stick, but that's all in the end, couldn't get a handle on it. So the puck will be cycled down in the corner, and they're battling for it. Spencer's in there for Saskatoon, and long shot by Jasper, that will miss. Yeager along the near boards. Can't chip it past his man, and the Contacts will reset up. Win. Looking for a pass, that one's cut off, too hot to handle, and Yeager will have a chip with his man. Here comes the breakout for Saskatoon. Looking to get it across and ends up getting behind the net, and he'll find Bernier out front. Bernier across to his man, long shot. That one's no trouble for David Guerrero.
We would like to take this time to acknowledge our gold sponsors, PepsiCo, Coca. We would like to take this time to acknowledge our gold sponsors, PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, McSweeney's, Dentyne, and Oreo bars. Their support of the Max is greatly appreciated.
So a quick start for the Contacts, sees them get the first shot on goal. A little bit of good zone time in the North Stars end. And now they control off the draw. Yeager looking for his defense partner, and he'll dump it back to down low for Spencer. That one's cut off by the North Stars. They'll work along the near boards. Good check there by the Contacts. Bernier working against his man. That sees North Stars control, and they'll bring it out to center ice. 3-on-2 the other way. Here's Burke. He's met hard by McNutt. If Matt got his arm up high, he did, and there's the arm up for a penalty. Derek Bannister has his arm up, and for the moment, Calgary will control. They'll have a 6-on-5. Long shot through traffic. That one's no problem for Chadwick. He'll hang on, and we will get to see the first penalty of the game.
Yeah, Ryan, what we saw there was a pretty high hit, but also number 23 from the North Stars was crouched down a little bit, and the follow-through from Adam McNutt ended up getting that head caught on the bottom part of the glass, right on the boards.
Yeah, that was Tristan Ripplinger on the wrong side of that hit, and size difference as well, so hard for McNutt to keep those arms down, but nevertheless, we'll see the first power play here for the North Stars. Immediately to get it to the point. Here's Spack. Looking to make a play. He doesn't have much, and they'll look for another man. Now he finds Wynn. Long pass. That one's deflected into the slot, and the contacts are sending down the ice, so good start for this Saskatoon penalty kill.
Saskatoon penalty to number 22, Adam McNutt. 2 minutes for head contact at 17:35. McNutt, 2 minutes for head contact at 17:35.
Here's the lead rush now. That one's cut off by Saskatoon, and again, they'll flip it down the ice, so not allowing North Stars to set up in their zone, Mitch.
Not yet.
Here comes the power play breakout again. Long pass. Looking for his man. That was a coin, and the Win will take over for the North Stars. They'll keep it along the near boards, throw it down low to his man, and look for a pass. Down the ice again, however, and North Stars don't have time to set up. That's Spack. Looking to play his man. He finds McCown. That's as far as it ends up going. As McCown will have to retreat. Olsen was peppering him. They gain the zone, they dump it in, and they'll have a quick chance the other way. Huxley. Looking to find his man. Prosser will keep it in for the North Stars. Down to Huxley. In front, no man to be found, and Olsen will backhand it, at least to center, and even a little farther as Pronger off to retreat. Looking for the first pass, he finds Wynn in the middle, but that one's swatted away into the Saskatoon end, and the defense will have a chance to clear it. That one's into the time box, and hope everyone's okay down there.
The Max Tournament would like to take this opportunity to thank SAIT Polytechnique for their support of the tournament and the use of their site for overflow parking. If you're looking to further your education, please contact SAIT at sait.ca.
Well, the contact's so eager to clear the zone, keeping our time officials on their toes. They had a puck coming right at them, but no harm done, and Pufall control now. Still 10 seconds left on this North Stars power play. Haven't had much of a chance to set up anything, and most of that's good penalty killing by the contacts.
They've been doing a good job of getting the puck out so far. Off the glass, off the boards, out, anything they can.
Absolutely. Adam McNutt will step out of the box, and we're even. Here comes the rush by the North Stars, though. That was Pufall looking for his man and ended up taking a check. Couldn't get it in, but it's worked into the corner. North Stars were control in front and couldn't get a stick on it. He was on the backhand, and Heights leading it the other way now for Saskatchewan. Cut off by Pufall, and he's looking for a pass, and here comes the breakout the other way. Good transition game here for the North Stars. Moore stretched to keep his leg on side, and he'll look it down low for Pufall, but that one was cut off, and they'll battle for it right in front of the blue line. Important battle here, see who gets possession, and they end up working it into the North Stars zone. Too far, and that'll actually be icing. We're coming back into the
fans in attendance, please listen up. We have a vehicle parked in a no parking
So far, a pretty
zone. It is
streaky
a
game here, Ryan. Both teams trying to show
650i. The color
their
is
wheels
black,
and get around the
and the
defenders.
license plate is
I've been noticing a couple
31. If
extra
you could
chances
please
in the
move your
contacts, even
vehicle,
though
that would
they
be
did just
awesome.
have a
Thank you
penalty
very
kill.
much.
Again, here we go, setting it back up, even strength.
So Moore will step in. So Moore steps into the draw, and he's able to win that one into the corner, and North Stars will control down low. They work it up high to the point. That's a fan shot, didn't get it through. Ended up being an okay chance, but couldn't get a stick on it. Here comes quick transition led by Height the other way. The speedy Height in. Looking to work against his man. Backhander into the slot. Couldn't get much on the shot. Still troublesome for Guerrero, but he's able to fight it off. So now the North Stars will control the counterattack the other way. Long flip pass cut off by McNutt, and just into the zone. He has the arm up. It'll be no icing. That'll touch the goalie, and with Huxley working there, Chadwick
The Max
likes to hold
Tournament
on.
would like to take this opportunity to thank SAIT Polytechnique for their support of the tournament and the use of their site for
That
overflow
was a good
parking.
job by number
If
10,
you're looking to further your
Huxley
education,
Clark.
please
Clark
contact
Huxley
SAIT
getting
at
to the front of the net to
sait.ca.
get a face-off in the offensive zone for his team. Jumped right around the defender. Didn't have a chance to play the puck.
So Nguyen will step in to take the draw. Won by the contacts, however, and Hodson will control in their zone. Along the far boards, looking for a long pass. That's Yord, and able to tip it into the zone. Good job to negate the icing. Now he has control in the corner. Looking up high for his man, Hoffridge. Send it back down to Gjord. Riley Gjord, and that was tipped just wide, and Vassantini will have a chance to get in there and battle for it. Hoffridge pinches up, couldn't keep it in, and it's chipped to center ice, just in the contact zone where Jenkins will get a chase. Chips it off the leg of the North Star, and not out of harm's way as contacts will have to reset up. A coin cuts that pass off. Huxley working along top. He has a lane, steps in right in the slot. He's taken down by Albrecht, and the arm is up. That will be a penalty. So we'll see another look at this Calgary power play, Mitch.
And that was a really good job by Huxley to step out from the boards and work his way to the front of the net to try to get an opportunity. And you know what? He was doing such a good job that the contacts, Albrecht, had to take him down. And here we go again with another power play in the first half of the first period.
Yeah, Huxley beat Ty Albrecht on the side, and all he could do was reach, but fortunately takes him down. That'll be a penalty, and we'll have a second look. This Calgary power play. Right off the draw, it's a scramble play, but the winger gets to the defenseman. They'll try to set it up. A long shot through traffic. That one's fought off rather easily by Chadwick into the netting, and we'll do it again.
You know, this is an important game for both teams, with the Saskatoon Contacts tying their only game that they've had so far, and the Calgary North Stars going 1-1. I expect this to be a hard-fought game, especially as we get later into it. Maybe
2 minutes for
less
tripping at
penalties happen.
13:36. Albrecht, 2 minutes for tripping at
So
13:36.
front, and that chance just knocked wide. Working the corner there against Olsen. Up for Prosser. Long shot tipped in front, kicked away by Chadwick, and there's a couple North Stars looming there. Smart play by him. That one's sent wide, and Huxley will pinch up and keep it in, but that one's off a stick, and there's a foot race for it the other way. Olsen has a half step on Prosser. He's able to get around, and Prosser ties him up, and it will be another penalty coming up, this time against Calgary. So we'll see some 4-on-4 hockey here. Battle for it along the boards. Calgary will touch it, and referee will make the call.
Logan Olsen really showing off his wheels there, getting around the defenseman and getting a penalty called against him. Against the other team for him, he did a really good job there, I thought. Even up here, see some 4-on-4 hockey for a minute 17.
So we see two penalties just as an easy result of speed around the D-man, Mitch. So play some 4-on-4 for 117, and then the Contacts will have an abbreviated power play. Only 43 seconds on that power play, but chance nonetheless. Puck's down, immediately controlled by the North Stars though, and it's 1-on-2 the other way. He has another half step. This is more in, and good defensive play there to knock the puck away from his stick.
Calgary penalty to number 20, Nate Prosser. 2 minutes for holding at 12:53.
So Prosser will sit for that holding call. And there's another one coming up, and again, this one will go against Calgary. Looks like Jones got the stick in.
You really got to keep control of your stick, especially around other players, even pucks right next to you, but even more so whenever the ref's right behind you. Pretty hard for him to miss that call.
And that is Blake Jones. He'll sit 2 for the trip, and early Mitch seeing all kinds of tripping penalties. And
It's a flurry of them.
absolutely, just to show the speed that's on display here. Sometimes a man's beating you wide, and all you can do is put the stick out.
Got to get back to playing as a team on both ends, Ryan.
So now we'll play 4-on-3. Contact
Calgary penalty to number 18, Blake Jones. 2 minutes for tripping at 12:30.
Jones will sit for that trip, as we heard, and as I was saying, we'll have a 4-on-3 power play, and then Albrecht will step up with a 5-on-3. Height. Slugging it down low to his man. Up top, lots of space out there, and Height will control. Looking for Hoffridge. Hoffridge. Across to McNutt. Back to Hoffridge. In tight chance, no shot in the end, and Hoffridge will have a chance out the slot. Long shot, they score! Jacob Hoffridge on the 4-on-3 power play gets the feed from Height, and just like that, early, it's 1-0 Contacts.
And up until that goal, Ryan, we saw some really good puck moving up top from both sides of the ice, and Hoffridge did a good job of ending that by just throwing it on net whenever they expected another pass.
What a shot by him at the top of the circle, too. Goes bar down on David Guerrero, and they'll jump out to a 1-0 lead. So now we're going to play 4-on-4 for 22 seconds. Then Albrecht will step up, and they'll have a power play again. Well, as we await the goal, Saskatoon controls them their end. Here's Bairds against Korchinski, and Korchinski will work it for the Contacts. Long pass up for Hodson. Hodson works his way into the zone, and Bard will control, send it along to his man. Long pass back door. He was looking for his man, couldn't find a stick. It's Bernier. Alprex out of the box. We have a 5-on-4 now for the Contacts. Stars are killing again.
Saskatoon goal scored by number 3, Jacob Hoffridge. Assisted by number 27, Riley Hyde. A power play goal at 8:02. Hoffridge from...
So Hoffridge gets the goal and Height with the assist. Good setup on the 4-on-3 power play, and the Contacts are on power play again. This time it's led by Bernier. Bernier spins off his man. He finds Baird's in the middle, looking for a lane through. He gets a shot. That one's off a leg and wide.
Lots of traffic in front.
The key to this team's power play, they got lots of big bodies in front as Bernier tried to cycle down low. A tight angle. He's looking back door. North Stars cut that off. Puck's still loose. Who's got it? Contacts do. They score! A quick shot off the scramble puck. That sees, I believe that was Ty Spencer ended up burying it in the end. And the Saskatchewan Contacts jump out to a quick 2-0 lead.
And exactly the opposite of what happened for them last game. They had a double minor for head contact go against them, 2 goals against. This time it's the other way around. Maybe not head contact, but that must feel good. Interesting to see them have 3 guys down low and 2 guys up top instead of running the traditional umbrella power play that we've been seeing a lot of other teams do.
So the Saskatoon Contacts immediately take the home ice advantage away from the Calgary North Stars. 2 goals in the first 9 minutes, and they are firmly in the driver's seat right now. North Stars team should be most comfortable in this rink. They play here year round, but right now they're on their heels early.
The Max Major Midget Hockey Tournament would like to thank our two-way communication sponsor, Westcan Wireless, Canada's premier supplier of advanced integrated radio communication solutions and services.
McNutt controls off the
Saskatoon goal scored by number 18, Jacob Vicentini. Assisted by number 14, Kevin Korchinski. And by number 8, Alex Bernard.
So it was Jacob Vicentini in the end that gets the final shot off. He's credited with the goal, and quick 2-0 lead here by the Contacts. Here come the North Stars, a big hit there right at center ice. Fjord got all of his men to win, and he's able to lay him out. This pass is too far. The arm's up for icing. It will go down all the way, and we'll come back in the contact zone, do it again.
And that hit by Gyra, maybe headman Banstra did not see that, but it looked a little bit late. I'm sure they'll be on it for the rest of the game, but the Contacts been finishing their checks so far a lot this game. Saw one down low, and then that just right at the blue line.
Didn't really catch all of Marcus to win either. Kind of spun him around, Mitch.
Maybe off balance.
Yeah, exactly. Hit didn't look too pleasant. And Lions didn't like the way they did that draw, so they'll kick a North Star out, and Westlake will come in and take the draw. Didn't like the way Spock lined up, and instead Westlake will come in. He'll take the draw against Ty Spencer. That was chipped past the D-man, and here's another quick chance the other way. The Contacts, quick transition game, a quick shot. That was turned away by Guerrero. Jenkins to Hoffridge. Long pass, that was cut off by a North Star, and Westlake will chip it in to nowhere as Spencer's there to intercept that. Hoffridge. Long pass his man, and he was looking for Benauer, but not to be found, and North Stars tip it back into their zone. Hoffridge. Bernauer. That one's cut off, but he's in the retaining possession. He leaves it for Spencer. Spencer leading the rush the other way now. Another quick transition for this Contacts team. Hoffridge. He's met there by Casper. But Spencer comes away with it. Spencer looking down into his man. Battle for it along the wall and sees the North Stars controlling. Burke leading the charge up for the win. Excuse me, that's McCown in there, and a long pass. That one's kicked aside and up into the short glass here at Max Bell.
And like I was saying before, it's great to see the Contacts finishing their checks. And in that last shift, I thought the North Stars started to put the body on the puck a little bit more. But another good play by the forwards from the Contacts, pressuring the defensemen on the North Stars. And another quick break for number 19, Connor Jagger.
So Huxley will come in for the draw against Olsen, and scramble draw. I'll see Olsen grabbing possession. Korchinski around the boards looking for his man. They find Flemin, but it's cut off there by Casper and sent back down to the contact zone. Cycling it down low, or trying as the North Stars. There's a quick chance out front. Couldn't get a stick on it. This puck kicked loose, and no North Star stick there to bang that one home.
Chadwick had a hard time getting his glove on that.
Absolutely, and now there's a quick rush the other way. There's a battle for possession, but that'll see Aiden Moore come away with it. Moore looking long for his man. That was tipped up high, and big, tall Korchinski was there to keep it from going over the glass. It's Flaman working against his man. Moore comes away with it. Moore in front, and there to cut it off. Here comes the contacts. Korchinski bothered by Huxley, but he's able to get past him, and North Stars able to chip it up, and here comes the counterattack the other way. A coin. Leading scorer for the North Stars. Big move. Oh, he almost had that there along the forehand. He wanted that forehand tuck and knocked away by the defenseman. Jones has his shot blocked by Flaman. Long pass in front, and that one's knocked in the center. Won't be enough for icing, and Prosser will have to retreat for that one. And that one's taken off a stick, and Hudson's there. No call for that one, but they still have a 2-on-0 the other way. And Height now working it down to his man. North Stars will benefit from that effort, however, and they're coming the other way. Scramble play at center, sees the contacts regaining control, and they'll bring it out to center ice. Another battle along the near boards. Westlake's in there for the North Stars. He's working against Height, and they'll end up moving it where Jones will come away with it for the North Stars. Quick chance the other way now. It's a quick shot. That one's wide, and not much to be found, and McNutt and Jones will meet and talk about it. There's two big boys behind the net there, Mitch.
Definitely. I liked Ethan Aquan did a really good job there carrying the puck up in the zone, but he also faked out the defenseman by pretending like he was going to take a left, and he went right. Good play by the goalie, number 1, Ethan Chadwick again. I like to see that competition happening.
Yeah, Chadwick, couple scrambled pucks, but there's been no North Star sticks in the vicinity, so he remains with the clean sheet thus far. And the North Stars out up top for Nolan. He'll work it down to his man. Hoffridge cut that off, though, and Hoffridge will work in there against Spock. Since Geord gets around the defender, a quick chip past him, and now a battle against Westlake. Nolan loses that one to Vesentini, but Nolan regains possession. Too far is the pass intended for Westlake, and Geord will come away with it. Contacts into the zone. Here's Vesentini. Back to the point. Long shot. That one was tipped just wide. That one didn't miss by much. Flipped up to center, and the contacts will slow it down and set it up again. That's Ryland Jockham's in there. The first pass, and eventually Vesentini gives it away to Burke. Burke spins off, and looks like it was offside. Someone might have got in early. Lines right there, and it will be an offside.
Ryan, I think that's a good segue into talking about our rest a little bit here. We've got two from Calgary right now. One being Derek Banster, the headman wearing the bands, and the other being Warren Bagg, linesman, and Matt Woodchuck, who just called that offside.
And Derek Banstra made himself known early. He gave out a couple tripping calls, and that saw the contact scoring on the 4-on-3 power play to open the scoring here. Good play from his knees. That was Cole Bueller. He able to work it away from his man in the desperation attempt. Korchinski. Long pass. That was Bernauer. He finds him, and there's a shot off the post. What a pass from Korchinski. Found Bernauer, but the post says no. Here comes McCown. That one's tipped on goal, but not too much trouble for Ethan Chadwick. Right in the glove, he'll hang on.
Excellent pass, but being there was Alex Bernauer, getting into the middle of the blue line right on time and having a good breakaway just off the post. That was good angle control by the Guerrero goalie from North Stars.
Yeah, this transition game from the contacts we've seen, it's prevalent, Mitch. Like, they like to send that man right away. There's a scramble draw. I'll see the puck behind the net in front, and again, no North Star stick on it. Now Nolan with a shot that hit his own man in the chest. Keep an eye on him. He looks shaken up. 3-on-2 the other way, though. Saskatchewan puts it over the net, and seems like the hit man was okay. That was Moore who took that puck, but he shakes it off. He's back defending. Scramble in front, and I'll see Huxley come away with it. Looks to chip it around his man. In front, does a quick pass by Moore, and Moore wasn't able to hang on to it after just taking that puck in the chest, Mitch. Moore had the North Stars' best chance of the game.
Chadwick slammed the door.
They tried to come again. That pass is too far, and now they're in a foot race. This is a coin. Leading scorer, good defensive play there by McCown. He cuts him off. That was McNutt, excuse me. Huxley down low in front again. Rebound, and no stick there. A coin in front. Drops it for Huxley. Huxley working as his man finds a coin in front. All you can do is chip it in the corner, and he'll go to battle. He's battling there against big Jacob Hoffridge. Puck now along the far boards, just outside the circle, and scramble play. I'll see the D-man keep it in for the North Stars. Has a little bit of room, but not much. It goes out to center ice. Jones flips it in, and North Stars will get a much needed change. So the contacts will take the time to set it up, and they're looking for the first pass. He missed him, and Jones will send it back into the zone. This is not the linesman this time, and Spock has a half chance, but back off another leg, and Height comes out with it. Height chips around his man. No, he doesn't. That was cut off by Jones smartly, and here comes North Stars the other way, led by Spock. Can't get it to a stick, and Westlake will be in there to control. Westlake, a long, sharp shot. That one went off his own man. No chance in the end. Behind the net now. He finds another chance in front. That one's off the bottom of the net, up against the glass, and up over the netting.
One thing that's been coming a bit of a pattern here has been the contacts clogging up the neutral zone whenever the North Stars have the puck. And whenever they're getting their breakouts, they have all three guys in the line going down and getting a shot and chance on net. And often knowing whether or not the guy carrying the puck is going to take a shot or have a pass off to one of the other two.
So Spock's in there for the draw against Hudson. Spock wins it back, and there's a scramble play in front. Wraparound attempt, and no stick on that one in the end, so Heidt will come away with it. Keep it in, though, on another long shot. That one's no trouble for Chadwick. Westlake with an opportunity, but that was cut off by a contact, and they'll send it back in the zone again off the linesman. The refs and linesmen can't find a hole big enough to hide in this rink, Mitch.
Yeah, they're getting dinged up a little bit.
So here's another battle along the boards. That's Burke in there. He's working against Hobson, and Burke out front, and that one was tipped just high. That was off the Tristan Ripplinger attempt. Instead, Jenkins will control. Hudson in the corner, working against Burke. Hudson comes away with it. And he's able to get alongside. He has a man. He is Yeager long, and that's off a foot. Yeager in there, but good defensive play.
Good job picking up the puck by Yeager.
He's still in there battling, but eventually the North Stars do come away with it, led by Jones. Up the center ice, that one's cut off by Hudson. Hudson cycles that back to Giroud, and he's in there. He'll just fire it into the zone, and right into the glove of Dave Guerrero. He'll decide to play it, and here come the North Stars the other way.
Interesting decision.
Good chip around him, leads to a 3-on-2. Might be the right decision as they're looking for a man in front and off a skate and a wide. Good job by the defenseman tying up that stick. Contacts will slow it down, look for a man. Here's Korchinski. Looking for Giordi, tips it in front. Burst of speed there by Albrick, and Korchinski will control. Long pass. Shot pass, we'll call it. Right, ends up going right into the gut of David Guerrero.
Again, another good job by David Guerrero to make sure he has his eyes on the play here and look through traffic. Another couple of guys going through the neutral zone and the slot there, and having a hard time getting it on net now.
There was two contacts in front. Both of them had a chance to get their stick on it. Neither could do so, and in the end it hits David Guerrero, who's now off, and maybe he caught that puck a little funny in the chest protector. So we're actually going to have...
Looks like his hand.
His hand, good call, Mitch. So we're going to have Reese Van Staden come in goal, and we'll keep an eye on Guerrero. 1:16 left in this period.
Calgary goaltending change for number 31, Reese Van Staden.
It's a chance for the contacts, can't get a stick on it. And in the end, it'll be led out by the North Stars. They'll chip it around his man and get it in behind the net. There's a chance in front. That one's cut off by Chadwick. He'll cover up.
The North Stars right now decided they're going to carry the puck through the neutral zone a little bit more to get the puck in, and that was a good dump and chase, but Good quick cover again by Chadwick, who's playing good right now.
So, Mitch, just as you call it, Dave Guerrero getting his hand looked at by Laura Redgate, the trainer of the Calgary North Stars, and we'll keep an eye on him. Only 58 seconds left in this period. We'll see if he can come back for the second. The Contacts have a play that's a long pass that was intended for Jaeger, but way too far. We'll come back down again. And just as we were wondering, here comes Dave Guerrero. As seems no harm done, and Reese Van Staden, perfect day and goal for him.
That's a good save percentage, eh?
That's a high save percentage. I don't think he got a shot, actually. Might have got
better.
one scrambled one, but not much you can ask for. Not much more you can ask for from a backup goalie. Huxley working along the side boards. There's lots of bodies in there working against that one, and puck ends up coming up for the Contacts. Wind cuts that one off. Here's Barnes working against Korchinski. Pass was intended for him, but Huxley cut that off. Huxley loses up to center, and North Stars will retreat, try to set it up again. Spencer controls now for the Contacts in his own zone. Dumps it back to his man. They'll slow it down, look for a long pass. They had one. That was Bernauer out there, but couldn't get it through. And now Bernauer does get it to his man Spencer. Long pass. And good save by Guerrero back in goal, facing his first shot since coming back. Quick transition the other way, but time will run out as the North Stars had a half chance, but clock catches up with them, and that'll end the first period with the Contacts 2, the North Stars nothing.
Shots on goal after the first period of play. Saskatoon Contacts 7 and the Calgary North Stars 13. Don't go anywhere, folks. More great hockey action is coming up.
So shots 13-7 in favor of the North Stars, just as you heard our PA announcer, but instead the Contacts lead the North Stars 2-0, and we'll step aside as they clean the ice. We'll come back with you in about 15 minutes for period number 2 of the action. Well, time ticking off the intermission clock. Both teams now take the ice. North Stars coming on, as you can see there. Led by their man Guerrero, who was tested early and often, Mitch, ended up giving 2 that period.
Yeah, I gave up 2 power play goals, but it's really hard to fault him for that. They were down 4-on-3 and 5-on-4 for both of them. But again, he kept kicking. He got injured there for a bit, went off, came back on. Interesting start to the game for him. But all in all, pretty even first period, except for those 2 power play goals.
It's a good shot of the Rangers. The North Stars bench there, led by Clark Huxley, their captain, and North Stars good start to this tournament. They're 1-1-0 in their only 2 games, Mitch. So a win here today could really be a big deal for them. And on the other side, Saskatoon, they didn't play. Only played 1 game in the opening 2 days, so that leaves them 0-1. And obvious what a big win would do for them in their tournament.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the North Stars head coach said, you know what, we got to be a little bit more physical. They're being physical with us, so let's see how we go here.
So we'll keep an eye on that. And right off the draw, Spock's in there emphatically, but it's cut off by Saskatoon. An early penalty coming up. I believe it's going to be against a contact, and it will be, as we see. We'll have another look at this North Stars power play.
Yeah, he had tripping there. I didn't really see it. The puck was going past, but there you go. First penalty again, starting off early, just like the first.
So that's Matthew Hudson, who got his stick in on his man, and early and often, just as we saw in the first period, Derek Banstro is going to call that a trip, and we'll see the North Stars go on a power play here. Puck's won by Albrecht, though, and fired along the boards. That one's cut off by a coin, kept in for his man. That's Huxley in there. Spock. Long pass. That one's off the foot of the contact, and the coin will take over. Coin trying to work it down low. His deke missed, and contacts have a chance to put it down the ice. They do just that. Spock with speed behind his own net. He's through the middle now, and lots of speed. Might as well keep it going. He does. This time he drops it. It's Burke, a coin. Spock working it down low, trying to find a man. That's Brett Huxley in there, but Huxley, there's a circle in the corner, got a good shot, but that one was turned away. Down low for Moore. It's too far, and that'll be cut up by Nguyen. Spock, Nguyen. A coin! There's a chance, and that one's kicked aside nicely there. Spock leaving for a coin. That was cut off, and Jaeger will control for the contacts. Into the zone, gets deep into their corner, and if you're killing a penalty, that's just what you want to do. North Stars regain control, but that one's tripped. Derek Banstro gets out of the way as he has a sliding body. Huxley his way, and now here come the North Stars. A coin gets around his man. Good move, but off a skate, and no threat in the end. Kept in, though, by the North Stars just for a moment, and contacts sent on the ice. Only 30 seconds left in this power play. Ooh, scramble play in front. Nearly saw catastrophe, but no one was in there to keep that from happening. Prosser cycles it down low. That one's too far, and contact is fired out again. It's Guerrero. Handling him again, a mishandle. Another chance for the contacts down low, and Jennings is in there working against no one.
They're having a hard time behind their own net on this power play.
We're even as Hudson steps on the ice, so really the best chance for that power play came from the contacts, the mishandling of the puck by David Guerrero. Score stays 2-0, however, and we'll carry on as they battle for it in the corner. It's a 2-on-2 battle. Ref's going to let him go and try to sort it out. Puck's stuck in there pretty good, and now it does square it out. Another part of the corner, and they'll try to battle again. That takes a lot out of you, Mitch, when you're battling in the corner like that for the puck, pushing hard, and now the puck does come free. The contacts control. Long shot from the point. That one's wide. That one's past their man, and here comes the North Stars. In a cheek, and they score! Aiden Moore, with a collection of great stick handle moves, able to get it to the forehand past Ethan Chadwick. And early in the second period, the North Stars cut the lead to 1.
I think that was actually Jack McCown there, Ryan, not to correct you or anything. One game.
There it was. We saw it again. You're exactly right, Mitch. That was Jack McCown, and either way, the North Stars cut the lead to 1. We await the goal. The North Stars will control in their own zone. Looking for the equalizer. Spencer, though, will control for the contacts. He'll try to chip it out front, and no luck there. So they'll work it down in the corner. Contacts have a puck go off a stick, and that'll be up in the zone. Here's the goal.
Scored by number 9, Jack McCowan. Unassisted at 2:49. McCowan unassisted at 2:49.
So it is Jack McCowan that'll get the goal for the North Stars, cut their lead to 1. Shots now 16-8 in favor of the North Stars, doubling up on shots, and they have a decisive advantage in that category, but they're down 2-1 on the score clock. So the lines and the refs are going to talk about this here. It did look like, Mitch, a puck came off a North Star stick. That's what I saw from up here, so the linesman will talk about it. In that case, it would not be ice, but they deem it good enough, so they'll have the face-off to the blocker side of Guerrero.
It's good to see them come together and talk about it too, Ryan. Now we know that they're making the right decision.
Huxley looking for his man, finds a coin in the middle. A coin has a man in the slot. There's another chance. That one not very comfortable for Ethan Chadwick, but nevertheless he's able to hang on between the legs and keep it a 1-goal game.
And that was an excellent display of skill there. Usually it's Ethan Occoin who gets to take the shot. It's number 2 in goals right now in the AMHL. And that pass went to Marcus Nagulian, who's number 14 in assists. They've been playing together a lot tonight, and it's good to see them get some chemistry going.
Yeah, Marcus Wynn was right in the slot, and just as you said, Occoin loves that shot, but smart decision to pass it. Chadwick was there, though, to shut the door. So the North Stars try again. Lots of jump from them early in the second period. Good chances. Prosser works it down low. Prosser out front, that one's cut off, and here's a quick chance the other way by the contacts, working that transition game as we've seen all game. Try to get it to Jaeger. Instead, Hofford will come in, but he'll do so offside as Jaeger stretches he might, won't stay on.
Yeah, look.
Join us on January 1st.
41 years of incredible hockey memories, brought to you by Circle K Convenience. Circle K Convenience Stores hope you have a memorable experience and enjoy the 42nd annual Max Midget Tournament. We want to send a special thanks to Circle K for their many years of support.
So Hodson came in for the draw against the Calgary captain Aiden Moore, and Moore won that one. Huxley will control. Long pass for Spock, and Moore will take over. That one's cut off by Height. Height, young pass for Jaeger. Jaeger has a man to his left. They stay on side this time. Hoffridge will bring it in now. Moore controls. Just for a moment, he gets it to Huxley, and Huxley will bring it out to the center. He's cut off, though. Good smart player play by Height, but Huxley keeps those legs moving. He has control behind the net. Up front for Prosser, long shot. Good rebound in front, but there wasn't a stick on it. And here come the contacts. Hudson stays on side. Jaeger in front, couldn't get the stick on it. And Moore will control for the North Stars. Great idea, but he missed Spock. So the contacts will set up the other way. Long pass, that one's cut off by Bairds, and they'll find their man coming 2-on-3. That pass is missed, and we're seeing lots of quick transitions both ways, Mitch.
Definitely, Ryan. Good changes, quick legs.
This pass is too long, but not long enough for icing, and Height will come in and control down low for the contacts. Riley Height works it up to the point. Up for Bairds. Long pass, that one's off a North Star skate. That was off Pufel, and looks a little worse for wear, but that's okay, he's coming through. McCowan dumps that one in for Ripplinger. Contacts will control, another quick transition the other way. Here's Albrecht. Takes it wide, looking in front, back door. His man was there, but big Pata Guerrero was there first. Gjord controls, looks out front. That's off a North Star stick. Turnaround shot, and that one didn't get through in the end. There's another chance for Albrecht. That one's turned aside by Guerrero. Working hard against his man. Puck's behind the net. They're all tangled up. They both go down, and Stefanik will keep it in. And there's a hurt North Star on the ice. I believe that's Ryan Nolan. He was in there battling hard against his man Jordan. Ends up getting the worst of that. So Laura Redgate will come out, and we'll take a break for announcement.
The sponsor of the day is PepsiCo, supplying the Max Tournament with Gatorade and Aquafina water. Delicious, refreshing Pepsi.
The Max Tournament Committee would like to thank Global for their TV and radio support in the promotion of this year's tournament.
Didn't think anyone was at fault there, but nevertheless, Ryan Nolan in some discomfort.
Yeah, I didn't see too much of that collision there, Ryan, but what I have noticed is that this second period has started off with a lot of flow, and it's been going both ways, but the contact's been keeping a lot more pressure in the offensive zone, and whenever they get the puck in their own end, they're quick to transition it to go down the other way. It's been nice to see and watch so far.
So our officials, Derek Banstra, Warren Bagg, and Luke Matuchuk will gather and talk about it. No original call on the play, so Derek Banstra just make sure he didn't miss anything. Captains will come in and hear his side of the story. Meanwhile, Ryan Nolan's still down, hasn't moved.
Not something you ever want to see in a hockey game, Ryan.
Josh Pufall's there also, along with Laura Redgate, the Calgary trainer. And again, Ryan Nolan is laying motionless on the ice behind the contact's net. And they're signaling for extra help. You never want to see that. Here comes Nathan Boyd from the contact zone. And we have both trainers from both teams out there right now to assist Ryan Nolan. So they'll take as much time as they possibly need to ensure that Ryan Nolan gets the care that he needs. As I say, both trainers out there and more medical staff now coming on the ice. We do have fantastic EMS on hand and top of the line trainers, so we'll take our time, make sure he gets the care he deserves. Now he's up to his knees and just looks a little shaken up. So as he gets up on the skate, you'll hear a loud ovation from this good crowd here at Max Bell.
It's good to see him get up, Ryan.
So he'll take his time to the bench, and does look a little worse for wear. I'd venture to say his night's done. Yeah, like I said, that was kind of a fluke play behind the net. Those two players were tangled up, and that pressure they were leaning on each other's sticks, eventually it broke, and that caused Ryan Nolan to go into the boards. So he'll take his time, go down the tunnel, and he'll get checked out by all of our fantastic medical staff here on hand.
Back to even strength. No call there.
We are at even strength, so we'll play it. Puck hits the ice, and Olsen's in there working against it for the contacts. There's Jennings. He takes a hard hit against his man, and they'll battle for it right where Ryan Nolan was. There's Bernier. Behind the net, cut off. Jennings was in there. Olsen's in there working against his man. Good check. Sees the contacts controlling in the slot, but couldn't get a stick on it. No stick at the end, controlled by Westlake. There's a big hit right in front of the contacts bench. That was Westlake taking his man. Long pass in front of backhander. That one's backhanded wide. That was Alexei Trischek with the chance, but couldn't get the backhander on it.
Great job getting the puck through there.
Jerome slides it past him, and Jerome will go in there to battle. Puck gets chipped out along the boards and ends up coming out to the neutral ice. There's Jawkins. Loses that puck. Here comes Cortez. He has a coin to his left. Long shot. He scores! A quick shot, a quick transition. And just as quick as it happened in the first period, we see the North Stars tie it 2-2.
And that was Cortez who got the puck over earlier on in the shift, and he follows it up with some quick transition in the neutral zone. It gets in for a goal. Low side glove.
Yeah, Cortez might have gone off the defender Hoffridge's foot, and that'll end up beating Ethan Chatham. Do the quick snapshot, and Mitch, we've seen in the second period, the North Stars really take it to the contact. Shots are now 19-9.
Whatever the coach said, it's working.
And they'll now win the draw. So as we stand by for the goal announcement, Prosser will control. Gets it to his defense partner. Across the board, Spock controlling another long shot. That time it's off a contact stick and up into the netting. Here's the goal.
14, Gianluca Cortez. Assisted by number 11, Ethan Aucoin. Time of the goal, 6:46. Cortez from Aucoin.
So Gianluca Cortez ends up being the beneficiary of a quick transition the other way, led by Aucoin, and just like that, we'll see a 2-2 hockey game. Puck's down, contacts on another quick chance in front, but Huxley couldn't get a stick on it. That's a long pass. That's Arrington will go down the ice for an icing.
Now we've seen the Contacts let up 2 goals here in the first 7 minutes of the game. I'd like to see them maybe settle it down, make some short passes, and get some more pressure like they were in the first period in the offensive zone.
Well, the Contacts are being outplayed thus far in the second period, and the North Stars are down a man, as we saw Ryan Nolan on D go down, so they'll play with 5 defensemen. From the corner, Korchinski. Up for Yeager. Here come the Contacts, led by Bernauer. Bernauer can't get around his man, but he leaves it for Yeager. Yeager can't chip it by him either, and will retreat to center ice for Korchinski. Korchinski. Up for Burgess. Korchinski. Yeager. Gets it through the zone. Now he does get it by the defenseman into the corner, and Moore will go to work in there. Spencer. Working against Moore. In front, Spencer tried to get a stick on. He couldn't turn around, and Yeager's in there. In the corner, that's a long pass. That was cut off. And Huxley's in there around the blue line battling. Huxley wins the battle. And the captain will bring it out for the North Stars. Too far, though, as Korchinski will take over. Huxley wins it again. Here's Spock in front. Tries to get the forehand. Another chance for the North Stars. That was cut off. Spock rebounds. Another big save. Puck's loose. And ends up shooting out to the point. Good chance there by the North Stars to take the lead. They control behind the net now. They'll cycle it down low. That's Moore. Being bothered by the defenseman, and Contacts chip it up a little too far, though, as Pufall will send it back in. Here's a coin. Lead scorer. Backhander. That one's wide. And Ethan Chadwick's seen enough. He'll hang on with 3 North Stars looming.
That was a couple of big saves by Ethan Chadwick there, pushing side to side. First shot was on his right blocker side, and he came all the way across on the left side to get the rebound, then the next shot.
The Contacts have only had 1 shot this period and haven't had a shot in some time, so they're on their heels a little bit and have a tie game.
It's hard to win a game with only 9 shots, right, Ryan?
Absolutely. Shots are 21-9, now more than doubled up, the North Stars against the Contacts, but we know their quick transition game. We've seen it, so can't keep them out, as McNutt had a puck go off his skate and towards his goal, but no harm done. There's Jones working it for the North Stars. The coin. A long shot. That one's handled quite easily by Chadwick, and Prosser will take over on the near boards. Huxley is looking for his man and ends up being taken down. No call. Here come the Contacts the other way. Oh, good chip around the defenseman, and then we have a 3-on-2, we'll call it. Looking for his man in front, looking for Yeager, but fell back and can't make a pass on his heels, and transition to the North Stars zone the other way. He gets past Height. Height in front. That pass is too far. Prosser will give chase. He picks it up on the circle. Down low. Prosser in front. No man there, and can't get a pass to the defenseman. Long pass, and that one's cut off there by Casper. Here come the Contacts the other way. Yeager. He finds his man, but Height's at the end of his shift. He'll just dump it in as he's met with a hard hit by Ethan Casper. So here's Ripplinger. Long pass for his man. Gets around the defenseman, but behind the net. Couldn't get a stick on it. The defenseman had a stick all tied up. Puck squirts in front. No North Star stick there, and I'll have a chance the other way. Here's Bard. He has a half step on his man. A long shot, and that one was just wide. Jawkins through traffic. That one's turned away there. Not so comfortably by Guerrero. Flipped up to the blue line. Kept him by the skate, and here's another chance. 3-on-2. That was a rebound. Puck's there, and they can't get on it. Jawkins now a long shot off the stick. Able to circuit in. That's Gjord in there. The North Stars coming in. That's really the most pressure we've seen from the Contacts team this second period. Here's Westlake. He has that puck taken away by a contact, and they'll bring it out. That's Jawkins. Jawkins to Olsen. Olsen and Jawkins in on 2-on-2. Gjord tried to get with him for making a 3-on-2, but puck's poked away by the North Stars. Here's a quick transition. Pufall had a man, didn't see him, couldn't make the pass. That was a streaking Alexei Trischuk, but couldn't make the pass, and Prosser will take over. Prosser with a long shot, though, end up at the corner, and pass to Pufall was cut off. Here comes Jerome. Checked by Pufall. Puck stays moving forward, though, and Jerome has a sharp angle shot, shoots out in the middle, but Wasn't a contact stick there. That puck's going down the ice. Won't be enough for icing. Westlake's going to race to Korchinski. Korchinski gets there first. He finds Flamand. Flamand in the end will just give it to Pufal. Pufal to Cortese. Second goal scorer for the Calgary team is Olsen. That one's off our ref Derek Banstra. An audible ow from him.
Elbow.
Here comes Moore. Good through the defenseman. Moore. Good chance. Good stick handling by Aiden Moore to get through both defensemen, but in too tight. Couldn't quite get enough on the shot. Moore now leads the charge again. His pass is cut off, and contacts led by Bernauer will take it the other way.
Near the end of his shift.
Jaeger stays on side. Bernauer will cycle it down low himself and behind the net, and they'll set up behind there. Here come the North Stars. That one's cut off by McNutt and flipped back into the zone, but it's cut off again, and Spencer will lead it for the contacts to Jaeger. Shot, and David Guerrero was right there, right in the North Stars logo.
We've had a few long stretches of play here, but I just want to talk about David Guerrero. Made a couple of really good stops near the half point of this second period. One off his shoulder, and is standing tall just like the other side, Ethan Chadwick, and that's why we have a tight hockey game.
So Spencer's in for the draw. He lined up against Marcus Nguyen, but linesmen don't like the way Spencer came down, and now Alex Bernauer will take the draw.
Yeah, they didn't like that his skate was in the middle of those two lines.
So a long lead pass intended for a coin goes off his stick down the ice to negate the icing, and McDonald control. He was looking for Jaeger, but that one was cut off. In front, no man there, and Casper will take over. Casper dumps down low for a coin. Coin across to Trischuk. Back for a coin. He's knocked down by Big McNutt, and Derek Banstra delayed arm up for a penalty, but it will in fact be a penalty, and for the second time this game, we will see McNutt sit for two, and we'll take a break to tell you this message.
The Max Tournament would like to thank Shaw for their support of our event. For all your internet, streaming, or cable needs, please contact Shaw.
So Adam McNutt uses that big body a little too emphatically, and he catches a coin in the back, and he'll sit for two, and that'll mean the North Stars will go on a power play. Here's the penalty.
2 minutes for tripping at 7:16. McNutt, 2 minutes for tripping at 7:16.
So 2 for tripping for Adam McNutt, and he did catch him from behind. Probably a good call by Derek Banstra. And we'll see the North Stars cycle it low. Work it up for Prosser. Prosser, a long shot. That one doesn't get through. It's off a skate. Another chance. That chance came from Tristan Ripplinger, but he flips it over the net.
Yeah, in tight for Chadwick to get a good beat on it, but again, tipped in front. We'll take the face-off back inside. We'll get some fresh skaters out there for the contacts.
Contacts are changing their penalty killers, and you might as well, Mitch. You 23 seconds in, you don't want to get caught on a long shift.
Definitely, Ryan. I got to keep them fresh.
So Huxley will come in for the draw against Jerome, and draws one by Huxley. Pufal puts it down in the corner. Huxley caught the post. Looks like the net's off. Banstra has noticed it, blows it down, and that one should be coming outside.
Yeah, it looks like the North Stars knocked that net off, and we'll be able to get outside here and see what happens next. We're going to get the puck in deep for the North Stars and maybe get some puck possession time on the power play.
And Clark Huxley didn't have his ankle quite right going around that net and ends up knocking it off the pegs, so face-off will come outside, and scramble draw, won by the North Stars. Here's a coin. He's into the zone, makes a good move, but he's troubled by Gjord, and they'll send it down the ice. Guerrero leaves it for Spock. Spock will find his man in the zone. Along the far boards, that's in front, but that one was cut off there smartly by Korchinski, and they'll able to send it down the ice. Guerrero plays it up, and the coin will take over. Here's Nguyen. That one's again down the ice, but Spock keeps it in with the glove. Spock, Nguyen, tipped in front, scramble play. Ripplinger's in there, and they couldn't get it. Puck's now cycled behind the net. It's backhanded down the ice smartly by Hodson. And the contact's doing well so far to kill this penalty. 30 seconds remaining. Here come the North Stars, though. The coin loses that puck, and they have to get past the skate, and the coin was there. Two North Stars collided, and that sent their man into the goalie, but not much they could do. Is one man zigged, one man zagged, and ended up being into the pads of the goalie.
Yeah, Arco in there carrying the puck up, and very interesting to see him on the point instead of down low on his power play unit. It's good to see guys like that who have good hands and a good vision to be down low and maybe running it so they can get the guys up top to get some shots and he can get a one-timer off. But we'll see how it keeps progressing here for Arco.
So 22 seconds left in the Adam McNutt tripping penalty, and we'll see him step onto the ice momentarily as the contacts send it to center. That one's off a leg, and all of a sudden Jaeger has a half chance the other way. Jaeger working against Prosser, centers it, but of course no man there, and killing a penalty, so North Stars will take over. Hufall spins away from his man. He finds Burke. Looking for McNow, but Jaeger intercepts, and here comes big Adam McNutt, so we're playing even. Jaeger in tight. Behind the net now. Finds his man, and the contacts are on the offense. Can't keep it in, though. That was Hodson, and Korchinski will control. Bjerds. Jaeger. Backhander. That one's high and wide. Korchinski retreats to center. He finds Bjerds. Long pass. That's for Hodson. Might have been offside. Linesman deemed no. And Bjerds will control for Saskatoon. Up front for Hodson. Long shot. That one doesn't get past the first line of defense, and Heidt will take over. Heidt cycles it down low for Jaeger. That one's cut off by Hufall, and his backhanded flipped into the zone. Arm up for icing. Won't have enough to make it, and instead the contacts will take over. A long lead pass. That one hits Jaeger, but just hits him in the stick and gets to the defense. Transition game now. Here's the North Stars. Westlake's looking for Carrier. That's Cortese in there. The Yards will cut that off and send it to Jaeger along the near boards. Long shot. That one hits a stick in front, but doesn't get through in the end, and no real trouble there. So here come the contacts with that quick transition game the other way. Valentini. He's in there working against Bueller. Puck gets flipped out to center, and wasn't really ready for it, was Albrecht. So instead, that's a long shot, and not much trouble there. North Stars intercept the puck, however, along the far boards. There's a battle for it, 2-on-2. Its pace has slowed down a little bit here, Mitch.
Yeah, it's been slowing down ever since that penalty, Ryan.
Here's a pass for Heidt. He's able to chip it by his defenseman, and here's Albrecht. Works behind the net. Heels Stefanik in front, and that one's off a stick in front. And transition game, here comes a coin the other way. And the coin's met by trouble with the box. The coin in front, there is a breakaway. They get it in, they score! The rush was originally led by a coin, and I believe it was finished by Dylan Westgate. Able there to bury it, and just like that, it's 3-2 North Stars.
And right as Alcoin's getting the puck and getting in control, man jumps off the bench for the contacts, almost messes that whole play up, but he gets possession of it and gets it across to Huxley, and Huxley did a good job of tucking it home just around Chadwick.
So you're right, Mitch, it was Huxley in there to finish it after all, and North Stars have a really good period. They've scored 3, and just like that, it's 3-2. Now the contacts are on their heels. As we await the announcement of the goal, we'll continue play as Hoffridge is in there. Looking for Jaeger along the near boards, but it's too far. The arm's up for icing, and it will be a face-off back. So a quick transition game coming out of the box, led by the name we've said very often, Ethan Aucoin, leader of this team in terms of scoring, and it would lead that charge. So it'll be finished in by Huxley.
Calgary North Stars.
Here's the goal.
Scorer number 22, Brett Huxley. Assisted by number 11, Ethan Aucoin. And by number 17, Marcus Nguyen. Time of the goal, 16:55. Huxley, Aucoin, and
So 3-2 hockey game here as Prosser will lead the charge for the North Stars, looking for another one, but that time not much trouble for Chadwick as it shoots into the corner. Spack in there. Gets it to Moore. Moore back down for Dean Spack. Spack in there working with his man and gets out of the backhander in front. And another good play by McCown, but good pad by Chadwick. Here's Casper. Taken by McCown. 2-on-1 the other way. He has a man in front off the skate in front. McCown can't finish it. Good give and go play, and McCown couldn't get the stick on. Long shot by Bernier. That was high. So high that it was a high stick, and face-off will come outside the zone.
I just want to go back to that third goal there. Again, it's Marcus Nguyen and Ethan Aucoin working together, just as they have been all season for the regular season for the Calgary North Stars. And the captain, Huxley, finished it off. We saw Huxley earlier take a hit and go off a little bit, limping. But he ended up coming back, and he looks like he's full health right now, Ryan.
Yeah, good look at it there. Olsen there for the draw against Wyndon. They'll get the victory. So they'll cycle it down low. Cut off, though, and the contact will fire back up to his man. Can't chip it by the defenseman. He keeps it in. Good, strong defending there by the North Stars. That's Casper. He'll send it down low. Wynn's bothered by Moore, though, and now the puck's in the half boards. Here comes Olsen. Olsen tries to chip it past his man. He does, but Aquin will turn around, fire it down, and now there's a foot race. Puck's on net, won't be an icing. Wynn's there, but Chadwick's there first. He'll cover up before any harm can be done.
Just a quick shift there for Ethan Aucoin and again Nguyen, but they keep bringing it to the contacts, and I mean got lucky there with the icing where it went on net instead. But again, keeping it going. Now it's the contacts' turn to respond.
It's an important game for both these teams. A win would mean everything to them, as both teams have a decent start to the tournament, but as we know, short round robin play, every win's important. Burke tried a quick shot. That one was blocked by Heights, and so he'll try it again. 1 minute left in the period. And Crosser will control. Crosser, long shot, no stick on it, so that turns side easily by Chadwick. Here's Burke. He has that down low to Ripplinger. Up front for Pufall, long shot. That one's off the foot of Heights, and Height 2 big blocks in this shift. Pufall. Too far for Burke, and North Stars will give chase. Led by McCown. McCown's in there with Burke battling. Ends up being free, and Westlake will keep it in. Here's McCown. Good deke around his man Height, and gets it down low to Westlake. Back to McCown. That one's cut off by a contact, kept in there by Aquin, and he'll keep it in. Long backhand chance, and the contact got his hand up high. I thought he did, but actually this looks like a penalty coming to Calgary. And it will be for the head contact. So two men collided, and one of them will get the call. So we'll see. That's Gianluca Cortez. He's going to sit for two. It looks like he got the arm up for head contact.
Yeah, he was taking a hit and maybe just a reactionary play where he got his hands up, but again, that is head contact, and it's a good call by Banstra.
So the contacts will go on a power play. Very short opportunity to end the second. Only 6.6 seconds remaining, and they'll start the third on the power play. Provided they don't score now, of course. Puck will be cycled into the corner. That one's put down the ice, and time will come off the clock on the second period. That showed the North Stars dominating the second period. Mitch, shots were very lopsided. We came in 2-0 for the contacts, and now we leave the second period 3-2 for the North Stars.
Yeah, overall some really good offensive pressure from the North Stars and getting the puck of their own pretty quickly. And that's what it comes down to, is offensive pressure, getting opportunities, and getting the puck out of your own end. Let's see what happens in the third period with the contacts coming out after this break.
So the North Stars playing confident and firmly in the driver's seat, but the contacts will have the power play when we come back on Circle K Max Midget Hockey. We'll be with you in 15 short minutes.
Driving Force is the official vehicle supplier to the Max Tournament. For your car or truck rental or leasing needs, call Driving Force Rentals, Sales, and Leasing, or visit them online at drivingforce.ca.
Well, welcome back to the Ken Brackow Arena here at Max Bell. And Mitch, first period dominated by the Saskatoon Contacts. Second period dominated by the Calgary North Stars. And we'll see how this plays out in the third.
Yeah, there was definitely a change in tie there, Ryan, in the second period. Seeing a lot more pressure put in the offensive zone by the North Stars. 3 unanswered goals after 2 unanswered goals from the Contacts in the first period. We'll see what comes out of this period here, but both teams lined up at the gate to get on the ice way before they were in the second period and the first period, so let's see how this turns out.
They'll be ready to go. And
definitely fired up.
as I mentioned, that second period controlled by the Calgary North Stars, shots were 15-4 in favor of the North Stars in that second frame. They scored 3 goals to cap it off, so that leaves us 3-2, the North Stars edge. As we mentioned going into the break, Gianluca Cortez, he's sitting for a 2-minute minor penalty that he incurred with just 6 seconds left in the second period, and so once the timekeeper gets it sorted out, the Contacts will be on a 1:54 power play to start the third, and they could use a bit of a jump start to get their team going, but a very flat second period. So the Contacts will control. Here's Barretts. Across to his D partner, trying to set up the power play breakout. A long pass. One man put his arm up, one man waved it, and looks like the back linesman did have his arm up, and they'll come back. So the officials will talk about it, decide where the best place to put the draw is, and they will have it to the left side of David Guerrero. Pardon me, to the left side of Ethan Chadwick now on my right. Puck we settle down in the corner. Hodson will take over for the Contacts. He'll step out. Looking for his man, led by the captain. And here's Korchinski in the zone. Korchinski, Vassantini, a backhander. That one's up over the net, into the net, and good chance right off the bat for the Contacts.
And that was a strong backhand there too. I mean, he just put it over there. He was stick handling through the slot there, and he got the puck quick, put onto his backhand, just shot over the net. It looks like Guerrero got a piece of it because we're still inside here. I thought it went directly out of play.
Yeah, good call, Mitch. Guerrero must have got a piece of that one with his glove. He did reach up to make a save. So good start to this power play by the Contacts. Good start to this third period, only 30 seconds in. Bernauer will come and take the draw. He wins that. And the Contacts set up the power play. Korchinski. Bernauer. There's Bears, a long shot. That one's off the skate of Vassantini in front. It'll go to the far boards. Bernauer. Vassantini. Across to Barretts. Down to Hodson. Bernauer. Barretts. Long shot through traffic, and right idea. Vassantini was there. Barretts another shot, and that time no problem for Dave Guerrero. He was there right in the crest.
Yeah, they're getting shots on net here early. The Contacts are, and not too hard for Guerrero to see that through the traffic in front. The defense is doing a good job of clearing in front of him. But again, we're seeing a little bit more pressure from the Contacts at the start of this period.
And as we saw in that good close-up shot there, Vassantini was looming right in the crease, so good idea from David Guerrero to hang on. So Yeager will come in for the draw. Still 58 seconds on this Contacts power play. He does win it, and Hoffridge will set it up. Hoffridge. Across to Height. Yeager. Height. Behind the net, looking for a pass out front. He finds Yeager, but through the skates down the ice, and they'll have to retreat. Along the near boards, here's Spock. He's working against McNutt, and Height will control. Height with speed, try to get around the defender. He couldn't. North Stars have a chance to clear it. They can't get it out, though, past the contact stick. That was Spencer in there. Now they get it around, but McNutt cuts that off. Out of McNutt, Hoffridge. Yeager. Long shot, and that one's right in the pad of David Guerrero. And we'll pause for a quick word. Well, instead, we'll have the face-off to Dave Guerrero's blocker side, and Vassantini's in there for the draw. For Saskatoon, he loses it, though, and that'll give Calgary a chance to control. They don't get it past Barretts at center ice. Gets it across his partner. A long shot off the pad. A rebound was there, but Bernauer was too far away to get his stick on that, and Cortez to step out of the ice. So we're 5-on-5. Here's a quick chance away for Wynn. Wynn has McCown on his right. Wynn will shot off the post. McCown was there for the rebound. Couldn't get a stick on it. Best chance we've seen for Calgary this period. And that one comes off the backboards into the glove of Chadwick, who'll elect to hang on.
And a good reactionary play by Marcus Nagulian to cut that puck off and come down the right-hand side. He took that shot from just under the top of the circle and went off the left post. Missed it by maybe half an inch. That's all.
The tournament would like to thank the Delta Marriott Downtown. Delta, precisely what you need.
So Westlake's in there for the draw for Calgary. He wins it, and it goes back to the point. Puck cycled down low, cut off by Hoffridge, and Hoffridge will play it up the boards to his man. That was Flamand on the near boards and loses the puck anyway. Calgary will control again. Westlake working it down low. Flamand working against Westlake, battle along the near board right in front of us, and Hoffridge will control that puck. Bill shots his deep partner, who's looking for Jerome. That goes off a skate, and Jenkins will fire it down in the zone. Hoffridge, long pass. That one almost hit Jerome in the back, but instead it goes wide. Jenkins pinches down, so Hoffridge will retreat up, and he'll be the man back to control the puck as it shoots back into the Saskatoon zone, and Flamand will look for Olsen. Flamand cut that off, and North Stars will try to play it. They misplayed it, though, and Olsen has his shot attempt negated, and instead, here comes the North Stars with another quick transition. Here's a coin, a long shot. That one's off the foot of Hoffridge into the corner. Huxley working against Hoffridge. Long pass for Jerome, didn't see it. It might be too far. It is too far. It'll come back for an icing call. So a pass was intended for Jerome, a little bit too far, and instead we're coming back down for face-off to Ethan Chadwick's glove side. Better start by Saskatoon to this third period, Mitch.
Yeah, they've been playing pretty well so far, right?
Vassantini's in there against Moore. The back wingers are encroaching, and linesman says that's enough of that, and Huxley will come in to take the draw against Vassantini. Vassantini wins that for McNutt. McNutt behind his own net. Long pass looking for Gjord. Missed his man. Will go down the ice for an ice, and we'll come back and do it again.
And one thing we've been seeing so far is the Lions been kicking out a good few centers. Some things that they're looking for here are the wingers encroaching from the side of the circles, and also the centermen who are taking the face-off need to have their skates on the outside of the two lines that are going vertically away from the dot. They're keeping it pretty consistent now, so that's good to see.
Spock's in there against Vassantini. That one's done cleanly, and Vassantini will win it. Saskatoon will control behind their net. Here's Gjord. Lead pass for Alfrick was too far, and instead Vassantini will control along the far boards. He'll dump it into the zone. Alfrick gives chase. He's working against Spock. Spock will bring it back up himself, and not very far as Vassantini will cut that off. Vassantini working there against Pufall, and they're battling hard along the boards. Vassantini falls. That'll give them a chance to get it out, but they don't. It's right back in the corner. Spock now for Calgary. He's met with a hard hit there by Albrick, and that's as far as he'll get. But now here's a chance the other way. Another quick transition. This was led by Clark. Clark, the captain, he has Spock in front, and he couldn't get a stick on it. Transition for the contacts now. Vassantini, tired at the end of his shift, he'll flip it. Intended to flip it in the zone, but instead he flips it in the bench, and this draw will be coming back into the contact zone.
Both teams have been liking to get the puck out using the glass and maybe sometimes forget around the benches that there's no glass there except separating both of them. They got to make sure they watch over that because the coaches back there don't have any helmets on.
Here's an interesting stat, Mitch. The glass here at Max Bell, the lowest in the city, especially along the sides. So we have seen a number of pucks come out of play, and that does affect the flow of the play. Calgary working behind the net, and there's a quick shot. Prosser had a man, but that one's off the leg of Westlake. Bernauer, he's hit hard. And smartly there, and Calgary will take over. That was McKeown, he misplayed it. Now he regains, and there's another good hit in there. Yeager's in there to throw his body around. Korchinski, Bernauer misplays it, and instead here comes Calgary. Looking for McNown, and instead that'll be Ripplinger in there. McNown in front, Burke, and he's denied. Long shot by Prosser. That one's off a contact leg. Jones is met with a hard hit by Bernauer along the blue line. Seems to be no worse for wear, and they'll battle again. Right in front of us is a coin. He'll get it back for his man, and they'll set it up, led by Jones. Jones looking for the win. That one's off the leg of Korchinski, back into the Calgary zone. They'll try the breakout again now. This time it's led by Jones. Gains the zone, tries to flip for a coin. That one was off a contact foot, and instead they'll flip it out to center. Bernauer is there for the contact. He'll slow it down, look for his man. Spencer was there, but he couldn't get the backhand pass. So he's met with a hard hit. Things starting to heat up here physically. Here's a coin. Working against his man. City gets in the corner. He has Huxley in front, but that one's cut off by a contact, and here comes the transition game the other way. Hudson will slow it down, go behind his own net, look for a pass, and end up dropping it back to his D-man. Here's Hoffridge. Up for Height. Height in the zone. He'll try to take it wide, move it in the corner, but that one's cut off by a coin, and he controls now. North Star's doing a good job not letting allow that breakout to enter the zone too far. There's Jenkins. To Hoffridge. Weak backhand pass, but it does find Height, and he'll try to flip it in the zone. That one's cut off by Casper. Hoffridge spins away from Cortez, and Height will get it in the zone. Hudson's giving chase. Pufal's there to control though for Calgary. Pufal brings out himself. He meets two hits, just missed him, and good speed by him. Loses the puck though, and there's a long lead pass. Was looking for Height. He missed him, and that'll go down the ice for an icing.
And you're right, Ryan. This is starting to heat up a little bit physically. It all started with Alex Bernauer taking a hit at the blue line while he's breaking out. He thought it might have been a little high. Looked over at the ref. No call. He's like, okay. Kept going the rest of the shift. Big hit by David Yeager down the other side. And then Bernauer answered with his own check. That's good to see him get up and get back into it right away.
Yeah, the contacts, they can throw the body around. They have some big bodies, but this time they'll throw it down the ice for another icing call, and we'll do it again.
And number 8, Alex Bernauer, as we were just talking about, he is a rookie for the Saskatoon Contacts. But he's number 5 in points and number 5 in goals right now in the SMAAAHL in Saskatoon.
The SMAAAHL.
SMAAAHL.
There you go. No, I like the way you said it. I prefer that. So here's Lamont. He's giving chase. He's cut off, but he does win the battle, and the puck's behind the net now. Spock tried to find his man, but Jerome cut that off. Lamont's in there working. Pass missed Spock, and now we're going down the other way. It might be on net, though, to negate the icing. It's not, and we will be coming back into the Calgary zone for a face-off.
This is the first Calgary zone face-off we've seen in a little bit here, with Calgary putting a lot of pressure in the offensive zone. And Contacts are responding by not throwing out their top line, but maybe it's the second or third line here.
Well, that line will be Vassantini, Gjord. And I can't quite see you through the man. That's Albrecht in there for the third man, so they'll go to work. Long shot. That one's handled rather easily by Guerrero into the glove. Reached across his body to grab it, but nonetheless gets the whistle.
And since the first period, when there was 2 power play goals by the Contacts, Alex Guerrero's been standing fairly tall. He hasn't had too many chances against him that were very high percentage. But again, he's been seeing all the pucks, seeing traffic through. Been doing a really good job.
So Vassantini's in there for the draw against McCowan. It's a scramble puck, and that sees Calgary controlling. Here's McCowan. Loses the puck for Casper. His D-man will take over. Casper will dump it into the zone. The first man on is Burke. Burke's in there working against Hodson, but Hodson's around to Gjord. For Vassantini. That one's cut off, and instead Saskatoon will control. Casper, he met the backside there, and Casper stood tall, and he caught his man hard. That's a long lead pass down the ice, and we'll get another icing whistle as Casper and Vassantini met right at the blue line.
That was interesting contact. I'm not sure if Casper saw him till last minute, and Vassantini just must have went in a little bit off balance or something. He ended up going down.
Yeah, Vassantini tried to gain the zone, and all he ended up meeting was the big backside of Ethan Casper, and he ends up hitting the ice. So we'll have the face off to Guerrero's blocker side, and Calgary will control. And they'll control all the way into the bottom of the zone. In front, there's a chance. That was Spock in there. Couldn't get a stick on it. And instead, Contacts will come the other way. Korchinski cycles it behind his net, and looking for a pass. Couldn't eventually get one. It's stuck at the blue line, and now the puck squirts out, and they do have a chance the other way. That's Captain Bard's in there and did all the dirty work to get that chance. Spencer will take over. Spencer gets around one man. Can't get around the second as Jones cuts that off for Calgary. Bassantini's in there. It's Jones in there. Spencer's in there, and Jaeger can't get a stick on at the end. Puck's along the far boards. Controlled by Saskatoon, and Gubauer misplays it. Here's a chance for Calgary the other way. Spock in all alone. Spock, there's a shot. Big save. Rebound. Gets his own rebound. Another one, and turn around 3 quick shots at Ethan Chadwick.
And Spock at the end of his shift got enough together there to get down there and get 2 shots off. The third one maybe just barely on the side of the net, but again, standing tall was Chadwick, covering the puck up quick so his guys could get a change.
Dean Spock, the beneficiary of mishandling it by the Saskatoon defense at the blue line, and found himself in all alone past center, but as you said, at the end of his shift, hard to get a really good chance in there.
That's right, Ryan.
So Saskatoon will control. Jaeger, a long lead pass for Hudson. He hits him. Hudson back for McNutt, but that one's mishandled. Here's a chance the other way, led by Coyne. Coyne has win along the boards. He dumps it low for him, and instead the contacts take over. Height gets around one man. He'll have to retreat as a Coyne's looming, and Coyne's had himself a good game, Mitch. He's battling hard.
Yeah, he's an explosive skater, Ryan.
Contacts control right now, however, and through, and yeah, just as expected, that will be offside. Height got a little over eager, about a foot inside the line. We'll come outside and have a face-off.
And as you were talking about Coyne there, he's come out to play today. He's been doing a lot of very fast skating and straight lines down the boards, and also some quick puck handling where he's had to use his vision and see the defensemen coming across to help each other. He's been doing a really good job, Ryan.
So the linesman deemed that original pass out by center, so the face-off will actually come into the neutral zone, but the contact side of it. Nevertheless, Calgary will dump it in behind their net. There's Hofford leading the charge for Saskatoon. He has Hudson. That's Jaeger in there, was leading the breakout, but Hudson will meet his man. Here comes Trischuk. Can't get by his man though, and Westlake will take over down low. Long lead pass for Hudson. That's too far. Look off the boards down the ice. It will be enough for icing. So they'll bring it back for a face-off in the other zone, and we'll pause for a quick word.
The tournament would like to thank the Delta Marriott Downtown. Delta, precisely what you need.
The Westin Calgary is Calgary's premier downtown hotel and the official hotel for the Max tournament. The tournament thanks the Westin Hotel for their support. Westin, relax and recharge in downtown Calgary.
So a little bit of scrambly play both sides. See no real good chances either way. North Star has now almost doubled up the contacts on the shots, 32-17. Here comes the contacts though. Jenkins puts it back to his man. Behind the net, there's a big collision back there. And instead the North Stars will control. Korchinski takes over at center. Backhands it again over that short glass here at Max Bell, and no harm done into the seats. No one was sitting there, so we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone.
Number 23, Jerome Walker took a very good opportunity there and made a little bit out of it, but could have used a little bit of help from his other 2 men on his line.
Pretty good crowd here at the Max Bell Mitch to take in this game, and as we said, the North Stars, this is their home rink. They do play here year-round, so it makes sense they have their following out to support them against the contacts. They're playing quite well, much to the fans' delight. That's a battle forward at the blue line. It's stuck in someone's equipment. Actually, it's actually into the bench of the contacts, and no one knew where it was, but interesting to see who they deem the puck goes off of.
Yeah, number 15, Connor Burke, tried to catch that puck at the blue line and keep it in. Unfortunately, he was turning around and also taking a hit. It got thrown into the bench there.
So the face-off will come right in front of the contact bench after all that, and Bassantini's in there to take the draw. He's against Westlake. Westlake does win it, and Casper will control for the North Stars. Retreats into his own zone at the top of the circle. He's looking for a long lead pass for his man, and Trischuk will take over. Alexei Trischuk having himself a good game as well. Casper flips it to Trischuk. Instead, Vasantini will take over. He meets Casper with a hard hit along the boards, and McNutt will take it over. McNutt working against Trishuk. He spins off of him, and Vasantini tried to go to Gjord, but that was cut off by a North Star, and they send it back down into the contact zone. And there was a high stick by one of the North Stars, I believe, and they're going to blow it down here. I believe that's what it was.
Yeah, you're right there, Ryan.
So the faceoff will come just in front of the North Stars bench. 8:36 remaining. Score is still 3-2 in favor of the North Stars, and they're starting to take it to the contacts now. But here comes Jaeger. Behind the net. Tried to backhand it out front. Bernauer's there. Didn't get much of a stick on. There's another chance. They score! A funny play where Jaeger flipped it to Bernauer. Sees them ended up potting it. And just like that, it's a 3-3 hockey game.
Number 12, Spencer Ty there, did a good job of finishing off that play. But again, very scrambly, and the puck was up in the air, and Guerrero did not know where it was until the very end. It was in his own net.
Yeah, we just saw a good look on replay there. Bernauer skating. Flips up high, and Ty Spencer able to bury the rebound. And there's no pictures on the game sheet, Mitch, so just like that, we're tied at 3.
Yeah, Clark Huxley there didn't like that. Had a little conversation with Banstra. Banstra said, you know what, I think it's a good goal. We're going to keep going here.
So we have a new game now. Maybe a little momentum shift here for the Contacts, as they have been getting outplayed the last little while. But right now, more for the North Stars coming in. He's in a battle along the near boards. It goes out to the point for Jones. Jones, a long shot and not much trouble. Ethan Chadwick will hang on.
Tied up 3-3 here with 8 minutes left in the game. We're going to see a lot more usage of the top two lines. And here's the goal.
Ty Spencer! Assist to number 8, Alex Bernard. And to number 19, Connor Jaeger. Time of the goal, 11:35.
So Ty Spencer, Bernauer, and Jaeger all in for that goal, and that makes it a 3-3 hockey game. The North Stars are offside. Aucoin will have to tag up. He didn't see why, and not very happy, but nevertheless he'll have to tag up. Here comes the Contacts. Height. He's in there first. He's in there with Jaeger, and Height will work against the North Stars. Up top, a long lead pass. That one goes off Hudson, and Aucoin will move it ahead for the North Stars. Now he leads the rush. Aucoin working against McNutt. Drops it for Poopball. Long shot. That one's kicked away by Casper. Wraparound chance by Aucoin. Rebound in front. Loose puck. It's off Aucoin, and it goes out to the point. Jones keeps it in. A long shot there, and McNutt made sure his man was on Huxley and did too much so, and there's a penalty coming up against Adam McNutt. Jones controls 6-on-5 here for the North Stars. Finally, the Contacts do touch it, and I believe Adam McNutt's going to go for the cross-check right in front of the goalie.
Yeah, pretty scrambly play in front there, Ryan, and Huxley ended up being on the ice, and there was a shot coming in from the point on the blue line, and just McNutt got an extra shot on him while he's trying to get up.
The Max Tournament Organizing Committee welcomes the Calgary Flames and the Calgary Hitmen, and we thank them for their support of this year's tournament.
When you have a dangerous scorer in the crease,
Saskatoon penalty to number 22, Adam McNutt. 2 minutes for cross-checking at 7:08. McNutt, 2 minutes for cross.
So McNutt goes for cross-checking at 7:08, and that'll give the North Stars a chance. Working it down low here. Up for Prosser. Long shot, that one just missed. Korchinski was there to keep an eye on that. Here's Ripplinger. Working down low to Casper. Casper's in a battle against Korchinski. He'll spin, but Ripplinger will cut it off. Prosser. Long pass. Long shot, rather. That one's off the blocker of Chadwick.
Good job by Chadwick to see through the traffic there, get his blocker up. That was going top shelf, and he ended up getting that one right out of play.
So as I was saying earlier, when you have a dangerous scorer like Ethan Aucoin in the crease, puck was coming to him and Adam McNutt got the stick on him, but unfortunately got him on him a little too emphatically. He'll sit. Adam McNutt will sit for a third time today.
Yeah, and having someone like Aucoin in there is also a distraction factor too, Ryan.
So the North Stars will control down low, and Spock will control it at the point. Spock tried to go to the win, but that one was cut off. And instead the North Stars will regroup and they'll try the breakout again on the power play. Gaining some speed now through the zone. He has a step on his man. This is a Coin. Coin cuts the middle, long shot in front, and good stretching save there. Just got the toenail on it was Ethan Chadwick. Huxley. Crossover Coin, long shot. That one's off the chest, and Moore's there for the rebound. Jenkins working in there in the corner. It's 3 North Stars in there. 2 contacts, but Yeager isn't far behind. The puck squirts along far side for Yeager, and he gets tripped up, so the North Stars will retain possession. Now the puck's trapped under a North Star, and we'll see if they blow it down. There's men, bodies, and sticks, and flying everywhere. Not sure where the puck is. Looks like it's under a contact, and ref wants them to play on.
They're killing the penalty off just like they want to.
They do play on, and we see the puck squared out behind the net. In front, not much danger there, but Spock keeps it in for his team, and Spock in control. Adam and McNutt steps out of the box. There's a chance in front for the North Stars. Big save there. Another stretching save for Ethan Chadwick, showing off his flexibility a few times, and that'll keep our game tied at 3. Here's Casper into the zone. He's working against Hitman Korchinski. He dumps it off the outside of the post, and not much of a chance in the end. His transition game now for the contacts. Pass a little too far, and it'll be cut off. Here come the North Stars now, led by Ripplinger. He's challenged along the board, so it'll come out to the side. Casper meets Gjord in a big hit along the side, and puck gets shot down in the middle. Korchinski able to get it out to Jerome on the side. Jerome flips it high and only gets it to Pufal in the end, and Pufal will retreat. A long pass from McCowan, able to catch on a stick. Doesn't have much of an angle though, and in the end, a slap shot in on Ethan Chadwick won't bother him, and we'll have a faceoff coming to his glove side.
Interesting play by Chadwick there. He could have released the puck. He had 2 defense next to him, and now they have an offensive zone faceoff.
Since 1977, Circle K stores have supported youth hockey in Alberta through the Max Midget Hockey Tournament. 41 years later, they're happy to see such inspiring athletes with hustle, heart, and passion, continuing the tradition of this incredible tournament. We want to send a special thanks to Circle K convenience stores for their many years of support.
So here's Prosser. He'll control behind the net. He met a man, but he got the better of it, and the contacts will control at center. They have a man offside, though. Spencer walked in, didn't see him, and it will be offside.
Spencer might not be too happy about that. He had a full head of steam coming down the left-hand boards, but sometimes that's just the way it works out. There's a big hit behind the net, and his man was just recovering from that before he got offside.
Well, he did have a good burst of speed, but I believe that was Braden Yeager in there. Took a hit and wasn't able to get up and get onside in time, so the faceoff will come outside the zone. Ty Spencer in there for the draw, and that one's actually won by Westlake, but contacts control. Now it's center, it takes a bounce, and contacts D-man will control. Bernauer, challenged by Casper. He'll control for the North Stars. A long shot in on goal. That one's kicked out in the middle, but no stick there to get on it. Cortez, challenged by Yeager. Here comes Yeager. He has Bernauer in the middle. That shot's off a stick, and it'll be in behind the net. Jenkins in there. Challenged by Westlake, but he gets it to Bernauer. Bernauer behind the net, looking to make a move, does get around his man. Now he has a little bit of space to operate. He's challenged there, a good hit by Casper. The puck's underneath Bernauer, and he'll stand up, and Jenkins will take over. Casper with another good hit, and he's been throwing his body around this shift. So the North Stars will lead the breakout. Pufal mishandled it, though, and contacts captain. He'll fire it back in the zone. That one just stayed in on the glass. Go around for a Coin. Long shot in. That one's wide. No trouble in the end, but it does come around the near boards for Jones. Jones has it for Huxley. Huxley behind the net. They have a Coin. They have a win in front. Coin will control on the far boards. He's working against Yeager. Coin kicks it. Only gets as far as a defenseman, though, and contacts will lead it out. Long pass. Jones cuts it off, and here's Huxley coming in. He is offside. A Coin was a couple inches inside, and they'll blow it down.
Yeah, he doesn't like that call there, Ryan, but he was offside. His left skate just getting over the line before he could get before they could get the puck in.
Ethan McCoy, he's a passionate player, calls against the North Stars.
He's definitely in the game.
You can tell he doesn't like him.
Yeah.
There's no question where his heart's at. So the Contacts will lead the rush in now, but that one's off the skate of Height, and that'll give the North Stars a chance to regroup. Prosser was looking for Burke, and that one was cut off by Height. Height in the zone. Prosser controls for the North Stars. Up for Burke. Burke has McCowan. He chips it ahead for him, and he'll go to work against Korchinski. McCowan and Korchinski are tied up, and Burke with a big hit there.
Dangerous.
Might have been inadvertent. It was a dangerous hit, and McCowan caught the worst of Height and going to the boards. They'll talk about it.
He jumped. Good to see him jump up so quick, though. A little fiery.
Yeah, dangerous play. The guys were tied up, and just as we saw with the earlier Ryan Nolan hit, Mitch, no real intent either way, but they were tied up, and that pressure release caused a man to go into the boards.
Yeah, he might have lost his footing while he was going there, too, but it's all incidental.
So we're going to have a timeout here by Calgary, and that'll give us a chance to pause for a quick word.
We remind you to stay in your seats at the conclusion of the game. We will present the players of the game from each team with special gifts.
So 1:44 left in this third period. Score is 3-3. Shots are now 40-18 in favor of Calgary. Ethan Chadwick standing on his head.
Yeah, Chadwick's done a really good job. Made a few sprawling saves, kick saves, and has been really been giving his team an opportunity to stay in this game.
So the Contacts will throw Ty Spencer out there at center ice to take the draw. He's been pretty good in the face-off dot today, and an important draw here. He'll go to work against Marcus to win, and there's a victory in Casper with a long shot, but that one's easily handled by Chadwick right in the glove. Solid glove from Ethan Chadwick. So they'll do it again. It'll be round 2, Spencer versus the win. Well, no, it won't. Spencer's coming off. Coach didn't like how he took that draw, and instead we're going to have a new contact take the draw. That's Hodson. Hodson against Wynn. Hodson fares better, and McNutt controls for the Contacts. North Stars out of possession, however, as Pufall, a long shot. That one's blocked fearlessly by Vassantini. Here's Huxley. Across for a long shot by Casper. That one's tipped, but it's off a skate. Didn't get to the net in the end. Transition chance now. Vassantini. Good pass. Finds his man. Hits across Vassantini. Couldn't find it. McNutt dumps it back into the zone, though. Vassantini. He's met by Pufall in the corner. North Stars controlling. They'll be able to get it to center ice. That'll be cut off by McNutt. He takes a hit from McCoy. He's able to get it to center. And here come the Contacts, led by Bernauer. 1 minute left in the period. Bernauer, a shot. That one's tipped on goal. And less than comfortable, David Guerrero. He'll hang on for a whistle.
And for the start of their shift, the top line from the North Stars was making it look like they had a power play there with a good puck control around the outside. The puck did end up coming back to their zone, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see them back before the end of this game.
So now there will be a timeout by the Saskatoon Contacts, as they'll have a chance to draw up a play with 55.7 remaining. Faceoff is going to be in the Calgary zone, and that'll give us a chance to pause for a quick word. David Guerrero, he hasn't faced too many shots recently.
For their support of our event. For all your internet, streaming, or cable needs, please contact Shaw.
David Guerrero hasn't faced too many shots recently, but that charge led in by the Contacts. He had to make a quick reactionary save. Wasn't much trouble in the end, so he's been staying sharp.
And the Contacts are putting together a plan for a quick shot here, I bet, too.
So we'll see if they can put their coach's plan into the work here. That was Mark Chartier in there directing traffic for the Contacts, the head coach, and the puck's down. Vassantini gets it to Hoffarch. Gee, that was Hudson in there, and it said Heidel control. Height in front, and that stick's lifted, but Biards will keep it in. Biards with a long shot, and that one's in on Guerrero. That one looked more comfortable. So 43.4 remaining. Shots are exactly doubled up, 40-20 in favor of the North Stars, and Contacts have a bit of a push, however. Hodson will be in there for the draw for the Contacts. He wins it, and it gets back for McNutt. Dump it in for Height. Height tried to get it up front. That was cut off by a North Star, and they'll come the other way. They lead it. Here's Huxley. He has a half step on Bauer. In front, Huxley. There's a penalty coming up. You got to stick on him. And interested to see what will be happening here. It is going to be a penalty shot for the North Stars with 28 seconds left. That was Huxley tried to cut in across his man. He couldn't, got taken down. And what drama now. The North Stars, they're going to have a penalty shot with 28 remaining.
And that was a big call by Banstra there to call that a penalty shot. But he did have the lane to the net, and he was held up. And if he had a call there, then since it's in the attacking zone, that is a penalty shot.
Matthew Hodson will come over for the Contacts and plead his case, but nevertheless, we are going to have a North Star penalty shot with 28 seconds remaining. Clark Huxley's going to come out, the captain for the North Stars. And Huxley will take it against Ethan Chadwick. So what drama now? 28 seconds remaining. Huxley gets the okay, and here he comes. Keeps it in the middle to the forehand, makes a move, he scores! Clark Huxley beats Ethan Chadwick low on the blocker, and what drama now as the North Stars excited to give their captain the accolades.
Clark Huxley did a good job there of making the goalie wait to see what he was going to do. He didn't end up going for a deke like you might have expected. He ended up taking a shot, low blocker side, and it went in.
Yeah, Clark Huxley does have the hands just as good as anyone in the tournament, so perhaps Ethan Chadwick expecting a deke, and instead he beat him in that infamous low blocker side. So that'll make things tough for the Contacts. 28 seconds remaining. They're down by 1. And the puck shot into the zone. Here's the goal.
Clark Huxley!
That was on a penalty shot as Bernauer keeps it in now. There's Baird's long shot. That one's blocked well by Jones. Hoffman. Down low for Height. 10 seconds remaining now. Height working behind the net. Tried to get in front. Couldn't stick on a scramble puck. But Guerrero jumps on it, and there's bodies in there flying now. And there's some pushing and shoving. Huxley's in there, the goal scorer, and looks like Contact will come away with a penalty.
And that's not the way you want to end a game, no matter how close it is, Ryan. And make sure you end it with some class here. I'm not saying they weren't, but this game's almost done. 4.5 seconds left. He might have been better outside of the box, seeing as he's one of the leading scorers for their team.
So Bernauer is going to be the only man to sit for the Contacts at the end of this, and 4.5 seconds left. Faceoff coming all the way back down the Contact zone. That might just be that for the North Stars. Now on the power play with a 1-goal advantage. You would think that's about it, as they'll go through the formalities. Spock's in there for the draw. And there's some confusion, because the Contacts had Height on the ice, too many men, and so Height gets sent off. And now they're ready to put the puck down. Yeager's going to come in and take the draw here against Spock. Spock wins it. Time will come off the clock here, and thanks to a late heroic penalty shot by Clark Huxley, the Calgary North Stars are going to take control and win this game.
And the Contacts aren't too impressed with the call, but that's the way it goes sometimes in hockey. He made the right call in the end. It was a good hockey game.
Mark Chartier pleading his case for his bench, but our referee, Derek Bannister, was emphatic about the penalty shot call, and when he sent Clark Huxley out on a penalty shot, odds are he's going to deliver. So stay with us for the player of the game. I have a few picks of my own, and we'll stand by to see what the picks are. This one. Players will meet at center ice to shake hands first. Shots ended up being 41-20 favor the North Stars. Score only 4-3, so Ethan Chadwick stood tall, and in the end, a penalty shot beat him, causing the game-winning goal. But on the penalty shot, Mitch can't put too much weight on the goalie.
No, definitely not.
We will now present the times two
So here's the player of the game.
and True Hockey Game stars. Bonnie Reinbold is representing the committee. Up for the Saskatoon Contacts, number 27, Riley Hyde.
Riley Hyde, probably a good pick in my book. He was all over it, winning lots of battles. Played hard all game, and that's a good pick in my book. Now for the North Stars.
And for the Calgary North Stars, number 11,
Yeah, that would have been my pick for the North Stars. Ethan Aucoin all over it. He was in there like a dirty shirt all game and couldn't get him off the puck. He's working hard.
Yeah, we definitely mentioned him a few times out there today, Ryan. He did a good job of pushing the play down into the offensive zone. He is the most valuable player for their team today.
So that'll be it from the Ken Bracco Arena on moving day, the Max Bell, which sees the Calgary North Stars take a 4-3 shootout victory, I suppose you could call it, over the Saskatoon Contacts off a late heroic penalty shot goal by Clark Huxley. So that'll be it from us. Teams will shake hands, go to their respective dressing rooms, and we'll say goodbye for now. Join us in the next coming days as more important games being played at the infamous Max Midget Tournament. But for now, Brian Dickey and Mitch Hagan saying good night, and we'll see you soon.